coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Hey, good morning on your Tuesday. I'm Mark Saturday. Thanks for jumping on Facebook Live as we check some of the stories we're following here at Erie News Now, beginning with one of the region's biggest grocery store chains bringing its face mask policy back. And this one's going to impact workers and customers. That's talking about the Pittsburgh-based Giant Eagle grocery store chain. Late last night, they announced plans to reinstate their mask policy, and they say it's regardless of a shopper's vaccination status. The company says they're going to strongly request but not require people to wear those face masks while shopping, and that measure kicks in this Friday, August 6th. The mask rule for workers at Giant Eagle stores actually starts up tomorrow. Store leaders say they made that face mask decision because of the increase in COVID-19 cases across the communities it serves. Giant Eagle leaders say they will have face masks available for any shoppers who come into their stores without one. And the list of retail giants readjusting their face mask policies, it is certainly growing this morning. You can add Target, Kohl's, and Home Depot as we get into your Tuesday. Starting today, Target and Kohl's will require masks for store employees in what they refer to as high-risk areas, and they're going to strongly recommend those face masks for shoppers. Home Depot now going to require all of their workers to put on those face masks, at least in U.S. stores, and they're going to ask customers to wear them as well. And it seems businesses big and small are in the mask decision-making mode this morning down at Erie County's Waterford Pharmacy. They're going to once again start requiring face masks for customers. That'll be next Monday is the start date there. A number of other business owners down in the Waterford area are telling Erie News Now they're playing the wait-and-see game here if there's going to be another state mask mandate. Last week we told you about Governor Wolf saying he had no plans to bring back those mask rules at the state level, and that's still the case this morning. At Erie's UPMC Hammond Hospital, leaders say they've seen a 300% increase in the number of COVID patients they are treating. And the Delta variant's really messing with some people's plans to travel, whether it's a late summer trip down to, say, Disney World or a snowbird heading back south for winter. Erie News Now's Elena Jonathan takes a closer look.
There's a lot of things to consider because it's not just a simple like there and back kind of trip.
Epidemiologist Dr. Becky Dawson warns with the rise of COVID cases around the country, especially in popular vacation spots like Florida, that the family vacation might need to be reconsidered.
You can't just get on an airplane anymore and go to a facility.
Dr. Dawson explains weighing the risks now with the Delta variant making up the majority of COVID cases here in the United States is crucial because your week-long family vacation could last even longer if someone in your family gets sick.
If you get sick while traveling, you and your family are going to have to quarantine until you have negative COVID results before getting back on an airplane, before traveling back home, before any of those things. And I think that there are real risks, most of which are financial.
Knowing the policy at your hotel, the resort, or amusement park you're going to is important. Jim Garrity is a spokesperson for AAA and says hiring someone, especially now with the changes in mask policies, is your best bet.
You got to have a travel agent, somebody to help walk you through times like this for when you do have those kinds of questions.
It's our Elena Jonathan reporting there. It's the big news out of the Tokyo Olympics this Tuesday morning. American gymnast Simone Biles adding another medal to her collection. Now, she didn't win gold, but she did take the bronze in her return to that Olympic competition. After bowing out of the gymnastics team finals and missing much of what would be her events in this summer games, Biles did take the bronze on the balance beam this morning over in Tokyo. It was really her last chance to win a medal at these summer games. Chinese athletes taking the gold and silver in the balance beam. Biles, though, with that bronze medal, now tied with Shannon Miller for the most medals all time by an American gymnast with 7. American Suni Lee, who replaced Biles in the gymnastics all-around event and won gold, she placed 5th in this morning's balance beam event. Well, tonight offers up a chance for folks to get outside and perhaps say hello to their neighbors. It's National Night Out. It's an annual effort to help build community relationships, and there are some 17 events all connected to National Night Out set to play out across Erie County this evening. The United Way, a big component of this one, the National Night Out, they are funding a lot of these events. It's making a comeback after a year off because of the pandemic. All of these events aimed at bringing communities and people together, helping folks connect with resources, perhaps right in their own neighborhoods. You can get a look at all the places where National Night Out events are taking place this evening. That's all available to you at our website, erienewsnow.com. Also coming up tonight, another chance to hear some live music down on the Bayfront. This week's featured artist set to deliver a dose of the blues. Yeah, that's some of the sounds you'll hear tonight down at Liberty Park, show number 5 in the 8 Great Tuesdays concert series down at the Highmark Amphitheater. Tonight's headliner, Vanessa Collier. She's a 2-time Blues Music Awards winner as Horn Player of the Year. Yeah, I get a little taste of that right now. And Collier hits the stage at 8 o'clock this evening. Mambo opens up this evening's 8 Great Tuesdays show at 6:30. Erie News Now, once again, a proud sponsor of 8 Great. And David, hopefully things are going to be nice and comfortable. I know it's been a little bit cool during the evenings, the past couple of days.
Yeah, it certainly has. And we're keeping the rain out of the forecast. Very comfortable stuff for 8 Great Tuesdays tonight as we're kicking things off into the early evening. Enjoy a little blues and a jazz. Yeah, and those temperatures coming down into the lower 70s, and those humidity levels will still be on the low side. So I'm expecting, a pretty decent crowd out there at Liberty Park for today. Here's where we started off. Bradford at 42 and Saranac Lake, New York, in upstate New York, 41. Why am I showing you this? Because I kind of did a little research around this time, and this was about 6 a.m. this morning, and any of the recording stations for the National Weather Service will show up on the map across the lower 48, and these were the 2 coldest numbers that I could find. So yeah, Northwest PA in the 2 spot today. We'll obviously have to verify some of these temperatures, but summertime chill, folks. Wondering what month are we in? But don't worry. We'll confirm that we are in the month of August as we look down the road. But right now we got those temperatures in the 60s and lower 70s. We're warming up a little bit more than this time yesterday. 65 in Warren, and we certainly have that sunshine out there. So temperatures definitely moving on up. Upper Peach Streets right now, we can see that we've got a little bit of late morning traffic out there. If you're going to do some outdoor dining today, it feels pretty comfortable, or maybe you have that beach trip this afternoon. We're looking good overall. Humidity levels very pleasant. As you can see, we're on the muggy meter on the pleasant side of things. Futurecast for today, keeping those rain showers out of the mix. Just a few of those scattered clouds as we get into the afternoon for inland locations. Once we get into Wednesday, maybe a little extra moisture in the atmosphere, enough to possibly squeeze out an isolated shower, even a thunderstorm, especially for some of those inland locations. You can see how spotty the activity is kind of dancing around, but it's mainly, again, for inland locations, and that's what we're looking at as we get into Thursday as well. Today, temperatures middle and upper 70s out there, good amount of sunshine, some scattered clouds in the Crawford County, keeping those humidity levels low. So if you're possibly doing a little fishing out there today, there's a lot of lakes across Crawford County, from Catadota Lake all the way over to the reservoir in Linesville, of course, just south of Linesville. And into Warren County we go. We got middle 70s for you. So great outdoor weather, but certainly turning hot. We'll talk about that 7-day in just a moment.
This next story, though, comes from the world of sports. It's a little National Geographic mixed in, though, for good measure. It's all from the Nationals-Phillies Major League Baseball game last night as the Washington Nationals took the field in the 9th inning in their 7-5 eventual loss to the Phillies. You could say it was a 10th man who joined the team in the dugout and then on the field as well. It was in between innings, a praying mantis, yeah, a big-time insect, hopped right up onto the hat of the Nats' Victor Robles. Not sure if Victor knew about it, but regardless, the mantis was kind of hanging tough. I've seen, players prank their teammates with bubble gum and bubbles on the hat, but never a praying mantis. This mantis, though, as you can see, wasn't going anywhere, because when Robles went out into his center field position for the 9th inning, he was still there. And yeah, this bug got a view that a lot of fans would probably be pretty jealous of. Is the opponents, the Phillies, joked that this mantis was their rally mantis, because they actually scored 5 runs in the 9th inning with that bug on Victor Robles' head. Go. All right, move over. Pizza Rat. There's a new fast food rodent in town. Big Mac Rat. You got to check this out. A busy UK highway. Somebody pulled out their cell phone and shot this. A rat dragging what appeared to be an entire Big Mac box all across the road. Yeah, kind of playing its own version of fast food Frogger just to safely get across the road. The newly christened Big Mac Rat really was smaller than the box itself. No word if that box actually contained a McDonald's cheeseburger. We hope for Big Mac Rat's sake that it did, David, I guess.
Wouldn't that be so disappointing?
Go through all that effort, right?
Yeah, exactly. As they carry it across a busy highway, makes it to the other end, and then he realizes that there's just like a moldy pickle in there. That would be so disappointing. Yeah, hopefully that the Big Mac rat. He got a little taste of something good. All right, over the next, I didn't think I'd ever sympathize with a rat that much. Over the next couple of days, temperatures into the lower and middle 80s, a couple of inland storms Wednesday into Thursday, and then we're cranking up the heat. Boy, yeah, we're turning on that summertime, and the ACs will certainly be coming on in a full blast. You can see a few storms possible on Saturday, and then close to 90 on Monday. So yeah, we got this break from the true summertime heat, but it's August. We still have plenty of summertime left. Let's not roll it through too quickly, because you know what happens towards the second half of the year, especially in the next few months.
Yeah, we'll stretch out summer as long as we can. All right, we'll do another edition of the NOWCAST about this same time on Facebook Live tomorrow. And of course, grab a Big Mac. Check out 30 Minutes of News at noon on WSEE with our Amanda Post. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. for Erie News Now Sunrise.